Hi everyone.
Okay, and good evening, Chabad youth, for another wonderful, wonderful good night, CY. And we're going to have a special bonus tonight. We're going to hear in honor of the upcoming birthday of the Rebbe Rashab next week on Chav Cheshvan. And by the way, we're going to be making a special rally as well. But we're all going to learn about how to celebrate a Chassidish birthday. How we should really celebrate our birthdays because it's such a special, special day. And now we're about to find out why. Okay. Our story takes place on a bright Thursday afternoon. Mendy had come home from Cheder early, and he was the first person to arrive home before everyone else. He walked quietly into the house so that Mommy wouldn't notice. Let's see Mendy coming in. Let me surprise Mommy, he said to himself. But where is she? She's not in the living room or in the kitchen. Where's Mommy? I see he's in the kitchen and she's just not there. I wonder where she is. Suddenly, he heard Mommy's voice from his parents' bedroom. It will be a very important and special day, Mommy was saying. Yes. What will we do? That was Tati speaking. After a few moments of silence, he heard his father say, Yes, we must get ready. Let's continue talking about this in the evening. He could hear Tati and Mommy talking. Now, I'm not so sure that if your Tati and Mommy are talking privately, you should be listening, but I guess he overheard. The door opened, and Tati came out of the room. He was in a hurry, as he had to get back to work. Mommy looked at her watch. Ooh, it's getting late, she said loud. Where's my Mendel at? Surprise! Here I am, Mendy laughed, and he ran to hug his Mommy. Mommy kissed him on the cheek. How was your day at Cheder? She asked lovingly. Dum-bum-bum-bum. Mendy wanted to tell Mommy everything that happened at Cheder, but suddenly the door burst open. In rushed his twin sisters, Mushki and Connie, who had just come home from school. They ran into the house, laughing loudly. Ha ha! Hey, Mendy! They called out. Hello, what's so funny? Mendy asked. Shh! Shh! Mushki gestured to Connie, gestures like showed. Quiet! He mustn't hear. And here's Mendy's twin sisters bursting into the house excitedly. What am I not supposed to hear? Mendy's wondering. And what big day is coming? Mendy wondered. I have to find out. It must be something really special and amazing. He decided to wait until nighttime, hoping he would find out what's going on. Night fell. Mommy hurried the children off to bed. She always makes sure that the children go to sleep like a chassid. You can tell a chassid from the way he acts at bedtime, she said, often quoting a saying, a chassid is noticeable from the way he walks, eats, and sleeps. Because sometimes we think a chassid is noticeable when you're davening or when you're doing mitzvahs, how many mitzvahs you're doing. But no, because when you're doing a mitzvah, you're being holy. The question is, can you be special? Could you be an army, a soldier in Hashem's army, even while you're just simply eating the way you eat, like a mensch, the brachas, when you play? It's no big deal to act like a soldier in Hashem while you're davening, because then you're actually davening to Hashem. But what about when you're just doing regular things? Do you remember Hashem is there when you're playing? Sneeristically sharing, helping others, making sure if your yarmulke fell off, you pick it up right away. Mendy was already in bed. His negelvaser was lying near his bed, ready for the next morning. And everyone already said Kriya Shema. Tati finished reading a story and everyone fell asleep. Everyone, that is, except Mendy. Mendy really wants to know what's going on. Who he deliberately, means on purpose, he closed his eyes, and when Tati left the room, he was sure that everyone was sleeping. But was everyone sleeping? Ooh. Bum, 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 bum. So Mommy and Tati went back down. Mommy and Tati were sitting at the table in the living room. Mendy quietly tiptoed out of bed and hid behind the sofa so he could listen to their conversation. Now, maybe this part of the book I don't like so much because I don't know if children should be doing that. But Mendy was very curious. Bezos Hashem, we will make a Chassidish Farbrengen at home next week. And of course, we will dedicate it to this event, Tati said. He's still not getting good answers. Maybe you should take him with you to Shul next Shabbos, said Mommy. It would be nice for him to see you getting called up to the Torah in his honor. Of course, Tati replied. I will sit down next to him. I will sit him down next to me, and before davening, we will talk all about making some good hachlatas for the coming year. Mommy took out a pen and paper. On the top of the paper, she wrote the words Mazel Tov in big, bold letters, and beneath that she wrote birthday customs. Farbrengen, getting an aliyah to the Torah, good achlatis. Okay. Because really, if you're over bar mitzvah, you get an aliyah. But if you're not, or you're a girl, then your Tati gets in your honor. Tzedakah, Tati added, we have special powers on this day to give and receive brachas. So it's a good idea to give extra tzedakah. And of course, daven with a bit more kavanah. What else? Asked Mommy. Well, when he grows up as a Hashem, he can review a Maimer, Tati said. But in the meantime, he can review some Tanya that he learned to Cheder, or maybe a nice Chassidish story, or another beautiful Dvar Torah. Now I know, Mendy thought excitedly. The big day is my birthday. Oh, I think he just ruined his own surprise. Uh-oh. Forgetting that he was supposed to be in bed, Mendy jumped out from behind the sofa and said, on my birthday, on a birthday you also have to say your new kapitel Tehillim. What are you doing here? Mommy and Tati both asked at the same time. I thought you were asleep already. Tati added with a smile. How did you know we were talking about your birthday? Mommy asked. Come here quickly, my Mendele. You deserve a big hug and a kiss. I don't know if that's the way I would react if my little kid was sneaking up after bedtime. He made it out lucky. A week went by and finally it was Mendy's birthday. On the living room table lay a fancy birthday cake. The twins set up a table with colorful plates filled with delicious snacks and candies. Everyone sat down at the table singing Chassidus Nigunim and saying L'chaim. Mazel tov, Tati wished Mendy. May you have a successful year materially and spiritually. May you be a real soldier of Hashem and a soldier of the Rebbe, a chassid Yerushalayim and a lamdin, and may we all see the Rebbe together with the complete Geula. Amen, everyone answered with feeling. During the Farbrengen, Mendy stood up on a chair and said part of Perek Lamed Bey's Tanya that he knew by heart. He knew it from the song that he sung at school, and it was all about Ahavas Yisrael. How appropriate. When he finished, Mendy told everyone a very special story about the Rebbe, and everyone listened carefully. Now it's time to tell us your achlata, Tati said. Mendy became serious. The entire week he's been wondering what to decide. There were so many different areas that he wanted to improve. That means get better at. Everyone sat quietly around the table, waiting to hear his achlata. I have decided that from now on, bli neder, I will try harder to listen to my parents. Okay, I like this one. Mendy said, when Mami or Tati will ask me to do something, I guess even to go to sleep, I'll do it right away. Mami and Tati smiled proudly. Our Mendele isn't just a sweet boy, they said. He's a chassidische boy. Because he knew how to do a achlata so beautifully. The next day was very busy for Mendy. He got up bright and early, went to shul with Tati, and I see a 770 there, but it's a parking lot because that is a 770 of Kfar Chabad. So we're one of the lucky few countries that actually have a special replica of 770. The second one, which is literally a replica, is in Kfar Chabad. There's one in Ramat Shlomo in Yerushalayim and one in Melbourne. There are many, many more around, but not with such a perfect, beautiful copy. Okay. Mendy gave extra tzedakah and recited his new kapitel Tehillim along with some additional kapitelach. He also wrote a special letter to the Rebbe called a pan, a pidyon nefesh, in honor of his birthday, which he wrote his achlata and asked for brachas for him and his family. That's very nice that instead of just asking brachas for himself, he's thinking about his family and thinking about others. That's part of growing up, where you can actually also think about others. From Shul, Tati took Mendy to Cheder, where a special birthday party was held for him. He gave candies to everyone, as well as coins for tzedakah. The teacher gave Mendy a present covered with shiny wrapping paper. A chair was waiting for Mendy in the middle of the room. Oh, that's so much fun. Sit down, the teacher said to Mendy. The rest of the children came closer and stood around him. Are you ready? Asked the teacher. Yes, the children shouted. They grabbed the feet of the chair, the legs of the chair. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 for next year. They lifted the chair with Mendy sitting on it higher and higher. Then they put Mendy down again. Next year in Yerushalayim, they all called out. That day Mendy was once again the first one to come home. Ooh, he looks quite excited. Look at that, all the presents he got. He walked into the house quietly, wanting to surprise his mother once again. But this time, Mommy was already waiting for him at the entrance, waiting to hear all about his birthday party in school. I had a wonderful party, Mendy said excitedly, his eyes sparkling. It was really special. It was a real special birthday, a Hasidic birthday, because he didn't just have fun, and it ended up being meaningful, because it's not like he just had his own fun and presents. He made sure everyone else gave tzedakah. And that's so beautiful, two things of a birthday, to remind us that Hashem decided that this world cannot go on anymore without us. There's no extra person in this world, not a single extra person. So sometimes if we're in the corner and we think no one cares about us, or that, okay, there's so many kids in my classroom, that is not true at all. Because there's not one extra person. If Hashem didn't need you, trust me, chas v'shalom, you wouldn't be here. Hashem needs you, and only you can do something in this world, and you're the only one with the key. I don't mean literal key, I just mean the idea that only you could do it. Because if someone else could do it, then you wouldn't actually be born. And the day you're born, that's what we celebrate, to remind us that this world cannot exist without you, and you have something very special. And by doing your birthday, not just passing through saying, how many presents could I get? How much fun could we have? How much nash could I eat? But always thinking about others, making sure we remember, hey, I have a special mission on this world. I could change the world. We say extra Kapitlach Tehillim. We take a hachlata, and of course give tzedakah, because it's not only about getting presents, but thinking about everyone as well. Everyone, it's been great to have you here. Everyone have a good Nacht. And don't forget to bring your negavas to say Shema if you haven't done so. And even though we said that this week will be our last, Rabbi Khan will be who's supposed to join us this week. Rabbi Khan will join us next week for another exciting story. Everyone